Decided on getting a bigger boat this year for the upcoming season, and we wanted to get something that's just a hair bigger than what we had and a little bit more comfortable to have more people on. So we got a 21-foot Chapparal cuddy cabin that is 2 feet longer than our old Stingray, and the cuddy inside is actually big enough to seat adults, which is perfect for us. We also wanted something that could pull skiers a little easier than our old boat with the 3-liter, so we got a 5.0 Merc Cruiser, or AKA the small block Chevy. Just a quick rundown of the boat before I get into any of the mechanical stuff. It does have a full modular bench in the back, a seat that folds down, and a really nice captain's chair. And the cuddy is super spacious and perfect for us. Here's my mom, who hates being on camera. When I brought it back to my dad's shop, he immediately took out his old buffer and started going to town on this thing. He used to actually buff cars before he got into law enforcement, and he's still pretty good at it. So he actually shined up the side of this thing really, really nice. This boat did have 2 small chips in the gel coat that I wanted to make sure I repaired before we dropped it in the water, so I got the Evercoat Marine gel coat patch repair kit, threw that on there, and it's gonna look okay. Of course, you don't run into any problems until you finally put the boat in the water, and when I got it in the water and getting it over to the dock, it would not stay running for more than 25 seconds. It ran okay, and then just died. And then, like clockwork, even back at the dock, it ran for 25 seconds and then just died. So I couldn't really figure out what it was. I went through some diagnostics, like checking the carburetor, checking the fuel lines, checking the fuel filter to make sure it's getting enough fuel, and it was. I felt like there was something just shutting it off because I timed it always at 25 seconds. What threw me off was I had good oil pressure on the gauge, but the oil pressure sensor must have not been functioning properly, and something happened when we put it in the water to make it go. If the sensor isn't working properly and doesn't sense good oil pressure, it'll shut the fuel pump off and the whole boat will die. And it did it consistently and repeatedly after every 25 seconds. So to test it out, I unplugged the plug and just put a wire into the plug to kind of jump the sensor, and this is what happened. The old jumper is the oil pressure safety switch. I know what you're thinking here. Why not just leave those wires jumped and then run it that way forever? You can do that if you're in a pinch, but you will always have the fuel pump pumping with the key on. So you can't run any accessories or anything else like that with the boat off and the key on. Now the sensor's at the rear of the block on the port or left side, and it's pretty easy to get to with a set of channel lock pliers, so I was able to get it off and get the new one on, and it was fine. I ran into some other problems the next time we had it out on the water, though. It would not go over 2,000 RPM no matter what I did. I really ended up overthinking this one. I replaced the coil, I replaced the distributor cap and rotor, which was pretty worn and needed to be replaced. I also thought it was a sensor or something that wouldn't let it go over 2,000 RPM. I really should have started with the spark plugs right off the rip, especially with these boats. When they get winterized, the fogger systems that they use to winterize the boats can really kind of foul out the plugs. And look at these things. This was only one side. I replaced all 8 spark plugs with the proper replacements and took it out of the water, and it immediately made a huge difference with the big tune-up. So, the breakdown. Had to replace the switch in the back for the oil pressure sensor. Couldn't figure out the fuel. Thought it was the fuel. Cleaned out the anti-siphon valve. Checked the fuel filter. Even replaced the spark plug cap and rotor. Made a ground connection. Replaced that sensor that's in there too. Even unplugged these sensors for the shift selector. And the ultimate thing that it was actually the spark plugs. Spark plugs, some of them looked okay, but most of them were really old and corroded. I actually wanted to replace all the spark plug wires because they're a little corroded too. Need a little dielectric grease. A lot of times when you're winterizing these boats, spark plugs go bad because of what they use in the for the fogging, the winterizing process. But everything else seems to be good. There's no rust on the exhaust manifolds, and it runs good. As soon as I replaced the spark plug, she ran like a top. So, full small block Cheb. Runs good. Let's get out there and go skiing and fishing. There's an old saying about boats, that boat stands for break out another 1,000, because for each of these 2 issues that I had, probably would have cost $1,000 to fix at a marina. But if you're thinking about getting a boat and you're worried about the expensive costs, if you have a lot of patience, some know-how, and know how to do a little bit of research, you can really figure out how to use these boats and how to work on these boats pretty effectively. Now, there is work that some of these boats may need that you will have to go to a marina to. There's no way around it. But a lot of these engines are relatively simple and easy to work on. So don't let that scare you off. I think having a boat is one of the most fun things you could do, especially if you have kids. Even if you're just swimming, hanging out, chilling on the boat, fishing, going for a cruise, tubing, skiing. There's so many things you could do on a boat, and I love having one. If I'm not at a racetrack, this is usually where you could find me. If you want to see more boating related videos, make sure to tell me in the comments and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I put new videos out all the time, and if you can't wait until next week's video, make sure to check out these videos that I already have ready to go. Yes. Okay. Whoa, Vivi! Good job, Vivi! That's a bass! That's a good bass!
I catched another bass.
You want a picture? Yeah, you can get it. Let me get him off, though.
Touch him? He's
yeah. Hey, you want to hold him?
No.
All right, come over here.